Hola, Scorpio. Man, I started recording your video and the camera stopped again. And I already have here with me the first two cards that jump off for your reading. So I decided I'm gonna keep them, Scorpio. Sorry for that in advance. But man, technology is not my friend. But I need it. And so I'm gonna keep on going and we'll see what is gonna happen. But if the video is gonna stop again one more time, I'm gonna try to, and I'm gonna leave the videos for tomorrow because this is the kind of thing that makes me go insane. Scorpio, the Sun and the Page of Cups. Actually, the Sun was the first card that came out in your present situation, and the Page of Cups wanted to come in your past position. Now, for me, positions are in a way to structure the reading. Maybe this is something talking more about your past, maybe this is something talking more about your present, or something that intuitively you're calling for your future, Scorpio. Now, what has happened on the 24th of October? I mean, just a few days ago, the Sun is coming to you, Scorpio. And last reading of October, the Sun came out together with the Death card. So, man, when I saw this card coming out, I was like, man, so many things are coming to clarity. And I don't think that this is new clarity. This is a clarity that you were already expecting for a long time. And this is at a very emotional level, Scorpio. This is about you, how you feel, your emotions, a renewal in feelings, and how you perceive your connections on one precise important connection in your life. Because, man, this month of November is like the Sun is entering in your sign. Mars is entering your sign in the first week of November. Your planet, Scorpio. So Mars is exalted and is conjuncted with the Sun. So it's like the power of Mars right now, it's the strength, the energy, the passion, the desire, the instinct, the everything that maybe you were brewing inside yourselves coming out from the depths of the darkness. And now all that darkness is coming out to the surface about you and about people near you. Like, this is the time of honesty. This is the time of light, being enlightened, being clear about what you feel, what you want, how you want to experience love, how you want to experience connections. And this is not just maybe about one precise connection in Scorpio, but this is touching the way you perceive your connections in general. Most surely, even regarding your family. I think, it's like Saturn now, since October, started moving direct, finally, and is together with Jupiter in Aquarius, which represents your fourth house, family stability, your home environment. I mean, so many things that you were restructuring throughout this period, and now these things are being put in movement. The thing is that the Sun and Mars are doing a hard aspect square to Saturn. So whatever is coming here, so imagine this. So you have Saturn, Jupiter in your fourth. And then Mars and the Sun right now are in your sign. Mars very soon entering in your sign. Mercury from the 6th is going to enter in your sign. And on the 4th, 5th of November, we're going to experience a new moon in your sign. A new moon means that the moon is being shadowed by the light of the sun in Scorpio. So, it's like, I think that this is a month of a lot of synchronicities for you. Things are happening unexpectedly, and while Uranus in Taurus, your seventh house of one-on-one connections, is opposing all this energy in you, this new way of feeling yourself, on having emotions that now are like, I think that these are like emotions that even if you experience them in the past, I don't think you experience them at this level. There is a lot here coming out from the darkness for you, Scorpio. And probably also for these people that have something to do with the situation or this particular person that you are relating to right now. So, okay, you are enlightened. It's like clarity is coming back to you. And probably this has something to do with an important emotional past. I mean, one of the most important events that we're gonna have this month, because so now you are the star of the zodiac, you are the sun of the zodiac, you're magneticizing everything to you. No, like the sun, you are calling here opportunities to happen, Scorpio. And you're starting to see this, not just here in your mind or at emotional level. This is coming part of your reality or your 3D world. The thing is that I think that as a Scorpio there is some sense of melancholy that here is coming in your obstacle. There is something here that emotionally you are still trying to leave behind, and in some moments it feels difficult to feel like to leave behind. Maybe this new encounter or this emotional or this feeling that has happened to you in the past or is coming to you right now, even though this is something that might bring you a lot of joy and happiness, at the same time that brings you a lot of joy and happiness, that there are some obstacles here that you might need to confront regarding the situation or maybe regarding this precise person. It's like some sense of you needing to heal the past to allow to the sun to come to you, Scorpio. Because when you are standing on the Five of Cups, it's like this guy, he's just only being able to concentrate him or herself in the cups that had been expelled in the past. Like just maybe looking too much at the past and not being able to see these experiences that maybe didn't work out in a positive way. So what happens then is that no matter what is actually there, like these two cups that they are so important, and probably those two cups that I think you wanted already for some time, if you keep on being in this like suffering mode, or maybe just not allowing this past to just be released, what happens is that you cannot even look at these two cups that are still standing there, So there is something here that is coming very obvious to you, and I think it has to do with your relationships, but not just like what it means is relationship to you. I think that this is bringing clarity about who you are now, Scorpio. And the obstacle that I think it might feel very challenging while Saturn is squaring all this energy in your house, in your first house. And that's the house, it's your first house, but you represent the 8th house, the house of transformation, as you probably know. The High Priestess. She's sitting on the moon, Scorpio. Man, this is the new moon in Scorpio on the 4th, 5th of November. This is the moon conjuncted to the sun together with Mars touching you. And then Mercury bringing all this thinking that I gotta say, even though Mercury is still, I mean, now it's finally moving direct, still right now it's in Libra. So, you know, but when it enters in your sign, Mercury is like that thinking, no? Like that thinking planet. That might still make you be analytical in some moments about whatever happened here, no? That I think that this is really something that you are trying to work on, because it's like a Scorpion, you need to allow this newness to come to you. And I think that the problem maybe right now is also that you know that even though there is so much clarity coming here, I think that something here is happening in the, it's like behind the curtains, where the high priestess with the sun, something here is like becoming to the light, but is still being kept as a secret. A Scorpio. And you know, this is a month to break down the taboos, to naked yourself, and to naked other people. You know, it's like that's what your energy does, you know, because even though this is the month for you, I mean, this is the season of a Scorpio, we all have a piece of a Scorpio in ourselves. It's just that some people more than others. And definitely, like, when we are talking about the Scorpionic energy, is that even though you're a sign that represents transformation, you're still a fixed sign, a Scorpio. And when you go through changes, it's like, you know, I follow an astrologer that's called Jose Michan, and he has a very beautiful analogy on how to represent a Scorpio. And you know, he's a Scorpio as well. He says, or he used the image of a Scorpio as a Scorpio will be a compost. You know, you are like that sign that decompose things, decompose elements, objects, situations, like everything, you know. I mean, you are like that decomposition that is necessary for bringing new life and new creativity. Because if you don't go through that process and a Scorpio doesn't do his job, then we keep on being stuck in things that don't allow the new life to come through, you know. And the problem is that you, and look, man, how you're coming consciously in the reading right now, you're in a moment where I feel that you have some important offers. I mean, you know, emotionally speaking, there are some important maybe connections, intimate connections, maybe people wanting to talk to you. I mean, you know, having the sun here in your present is like you're calling so much the attention, you know. And this is a month to celebrate, okay? This is a month to celebrate, to have fun, to see the people that you love in your life, and to enjoy, okay? And you're feeling finally more energetic to enjoy, much more probably than in the past. It's just that there is some sense here of nostalgia about the past, Scorpio, or something here that I feel like you have some options, or maybe in the past you had some emotional options, but I think that you were not very happy or like satisfied about these options. It's almost like I feel like you have the feeling that something here was missing, because you were not seeing coming. It's like I feel like a Scorpio, you were expecting here something to come for probably maybe some time. The problem is that you didn't know, or you don't know yet on how or when and it's like how this is gonna happen and in that exact moment. And but it's like I feel like intuitively you feel it so strongly. It's just that right now you still, it's like you're not yet seeing it, maybe, no? Or you see it in a way, but like right now, maybe what is just presented right in front of you, it's not really what you want. It's like a Scorpio, you want something more. You want that cup that is actually there. It's coming to you, but maybe until now you were not able to see this cup coming. Scorpio, I have the High Priestess here in the situation, and now I want to know what is coming now in the environment, Scorpio. What is coming in the environment for the Scorpio, please? What is coming in the environment for Scorpio? King of Swords. Someone here maybe wanting to say something directly very honest to you, or you to them. Somebody here maybe, and I see a lot of cups in this reading, and I have the High Priestess right next to this King of Swords. Somebody, or you are wanting, or you're having here an important conversation with someone that might be happening in an occult way, Scorpio. And this is an important conversation that is bringing some truth. If this could represent somebody in your life that you're relating this relation, like maybe this situation to, this person is somebody that has a very strong character, Scorpio. This person might look quite aloof or in some moments cold, because this person tries to be, or it's in generally much more rational than emotional. But it's because I think this person is like they are trying to determine or have some important decisions in their life at this present moment. And there is something here that maybe they wanted to say to you. And it might be that whatever they want to say to you or to communicate to you might come out as very sharp. Like having a conversation that looks almost like somebody's here is expressing a very cat-killing truth, that it's bringing also some sense of fairness in the situation, even though I gotta say it might be that this come out as cold. I don't feel that this is actually cold. I think this is actually giving you some sense of even warm, but at the same time from the outside might look the opposite. And I really get this vibe very strongly as I have this High Priestess in the middle of the sun with the King of Swords. And something here at emotional level is like you maybe are a little bit regretful here about a situation that happened. Something here happened that you felt that it wasn't really how you wanted it to happen. Maybe this was from the past and now the situation is coming back to you, and there is something here that you want to solve about the situation, or maybe this person wants to solve with you, Scorpio. Now, there is a lot of information right now that is coming up to you. Ten of Swords is a weird card to come in the hopes and fears. And even though, the illustration of this Ten of Swords, it looks quite dramatic. And it might be, in some sense, a dramatic conversation, or having that maybe conversation where something has to come to an end. This is a necessary closure. There is something here that you want to close a chapter to, Scorpio. And I think that this has been a very painful chapter to you. Something that maybe, I think that maybe there was something here in the situation that for a very long time you were very even nervous about. You were mentally very stressed about the situation. You didn't maybe know how this was gonna happen, and then this has been causing you a lot of stress. And I think this is exactly what you want to put an end to, is maybe it's like that sense of regret. Something here that maybe in the past you perceive as a lost. And now, Scorpio, that sense of loss cannot take a place in your life anymore. So, really, somebody here wants to say something to close up a chapter that might bring again the sun back in the situation. Like, maybe, I mean, the Ten of Swords might mean, I mean, coming in these hopes and fears. It's almost like this card that talks about ending the way we think about a certain situation or maybe relationship. I mean, coming back from this period of Libra and now entering in your sign, I mean, Mercury was in retrograde in Libra, and so a lot of things were coming back from the past, from relationships, maybe like karmic cycles that you had to kind of heal in a relationship. If maybe this didn't mean breaking out a relationship, this maybe meant having that important conversation with your partner or somebody that you have an intimate connection with, or friendship, or that family member, maybe a father figure that you had some clashes with in the past. I mean, I have the High Priestess and the Sun together, and there is the Page of Cups here right next to these two arcans. So maybe something here about your family, Scorpio. Maybe there is something here outside of the romantic sector. Maybe something about your family or your ancestral life that you are in a way restructurizing in your mind. Like, it's like you're not seeing your relationship to these people or to this particular person in the same way. I mean, and this is also something that you were searching for. But I think that you were probably very scared on diving deep in this issue, because I think that you were maybe reminiscing a lot about the past, or how you relate to these people, and or maybe how these people related to you. And for me, if this could represent that relationship in your family, maybe that mother or that father, or maybe both parents, that in probably very different ways, you know, you knew that there was some karma here that you needed to heal, you know. And this is definitely what, you know, what Saturn does in your fourth house, squaring Mars and the Sun in your sign, and having Uranus in your seven. Probably maybe you, or in the general context of this situation, I think that Scorpio, there has been, or there is a very important conversation you need to have with this person. And this is not the time to keep the truth, you know, in the darkness. This is the time to, you know, to speak out, Scorpio. Now, it could be that maybe whatever conversation might happen here, this is something that will come out in a very private environment. As I'm feeling this is not something that you might want to speak out in the public. I mean, also you're a Scorpio, you're not the sign that likes to be, you know, generally, you know, when you're talking about these deep things, Usually if it's something related to your family or somebody that you see as part of your family, I think that there is this important conversation that is happening that maybe you want to have just with this person or this particular group, because there is a lot here to say. And as I'm feeling these cards, I think that you are not happy about how it has been the dynamics of this connection, because I think that a lot of things had happened here at unexpected. Maybe the way, or maybe these people perceive you now in a very different way, a Scorpio, and they're almost like surprised in the way you want to talk to them, the way you relate to them, and it's almost, I feel that they feel a little bit awkward towards you. Almost like they feel that maybe there is some battling, or they want to battle with you, or they want to kind of come out in a harsh way. And Scorpio, if this is something that has to happen, I mean, you know, when Mars is exalted in your sign, you're gonna feel very impulsive in some moments to say things in a way that might come out quite like painful for some people, you know. And that's when the Scorpio, you know, is like when you, it's like you come to, you're right to your limits, then you take out your stink. And when you stink, I mean, man, really, you don't want to be stung by Scorpio. So honestly, if you're a cross watcher there watching these right now, you know, be careful in the way you want to talk. Because I don't think that this is the moment where you would like to confront the sting of the Scorpio. Really not. At least that's not my recommendation. But if a Scorpio, I think that something here is like you are like wanting to vomit to this person, because you're not happy emotionally about what this is like. Maybe all the sensation of regret of things that maybe were not moving in the direction you wanted at this emotional level is like you want more. And the sun knows very well that you can get more, you know, that actually you are attracting more possibilities, and that you want to, you know, in a way speak your truth and put all these things that maybe were in the darkness out in the light. Now, I do have a sense that for me, even though this energy, I gotta say, I think there is some battling attached to this situation. And maybe doesn't mean that you have a discussion or a battle with this precise person or group of people, but definitely something here is coming as an inside conflict for you. Maybe it could be that there is a new connection in your life, let's say. Maybe there is a new intimate connection that appears in your life, or there is a new encounter that you're like very drawn to. The issue is that maybe this connection might put in place some problems or like some differences regarding your home environment. Maybe this is a connection that will put in question your sense of stability, Scorpio. Something that you saw as fixed in your life, in your home, in your security environment might come out as shaky. You know, maybe this precise connection will break down the schemes of how you used to perceive yourself, on how you used to perceive your family connections in general. And I think that maybe this is a reason why you're so, in a way, maybe battling even yourself about this connection. Because, man, I really think that there is, man, my throat is even stuck. what I wanted to say is, Scorpio, there is a lot here that wasn't said. And maybe this was you, Scorpio. Maybe regarding this precise connection or situation, I think that you kept a lot of things to yourself. And now I think there's something here is like coming really sharp, man. To break through this no sense of regret, there is something here emotionally that I don't think that you are even seeing yet coming, Scorpio. And what is happening on the 19th of this month? We're gonna have a full moon in your 7th house together with Uranus in Taurus, Scorpio, and we're gonna start the season of lunar eclipses. And this is a cycle, Scorpio, where everything is changing, no matter if you like it or not. I mean, things are gonna be happening here that they're gonna start a cycle of what it has to come in the following period, you know. The North Node and the South Node are changing throughout this month of November. The South Node is entering in your sign, and the North Node of the Moon is entering in Taurus. So this is something that is gonna be there already for like a year and a half until 2023. So this axis between Taurus and Scorpio, it's all about discomposing those fixed ideas, discomposing everything that looks like fixed, everything that we saw as, you know, from the past that maybe has kept us stuck. And suddenly there is this sense of this materialization that is bringing new forms into our life. You know, it's like calling new forms that I think do have something to do with yourself and like how you see yourself as Scorpio, and like taking you to another level of consciousness that is bringing out also people that can be in alignment to that new self you are building right now, you know. And I really like this energy, although I gotta say, Scorpio, I think this is gonna be a very fucking intense month. So be ready, okay? Be ready, and I think you are. But it's just that I really feel, Scorpio, you're gonna have to allow these things to happen. And maybe if you want to have that important conversation, I mean, you know, just to close up your reading, because this High Priestess together with the Sun, they're really calling me out here, Scorpio. I think that there is something here, like Venus is gonna enter in Capricorn, and is gonna be very nearby Pluto, and it's gonna stay for a very long time in Capricorn in your 3rd house. So, and Venus is gonna be doing a very beautiful trianon to your 7th house, and Venus is the planet of Taurus. So definitely there is some very harmonious positive aspect here that is happening, of maybe something that was in the darkness for a long time. And this is about communication, because this is what represents your 3rd house. I mean, I think that maybe somebody here or you want to express something that you could not express before, Scorpio. And maybe during this period is when you find in an unexpected way that chance to have that important communication, and to say, man, I needed to say this for so long, and man, this is even even though might come out as very difficult, maybe something that even, as I said, might even make you nervous, I think that this is gonna be so liberating, so liberating in a way that then is the moment where you can finally restart, no? It's like you are restarting right now. And all these, I think is also this thing, it's like you are the Lord of the darkness. And this is the time where all these shadows, the moon and the sun, is like, all the stuff that you could not even put a name to. Maybe that person that you were integrate, like you have this intuition or this perception about this connection, and maybe having, as I said, maybe these dreams. I mean, because that's also what Neptune in your fifth house does to your first house during this month. Is almost like this dreamy state on how you perceive these connections and how they influence you. That, man, I think that it's gonna be so revealing, really so revealing, even though it might be difficult to confront, Scorpio. But man, use this energy of Mars, okay? I think that something here is really calling you to do something or to go for something, to have that courage that maybe you were missing, Scorpio. Really, to maybe confront the situation or this person, okay? Guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you have a good, happy birthday, Scorpio. And I'm gonna see you next month, guys. Take care, guys. Bye bye.